Hi, I'm Dave Logan from XM Satellite Radio, the award-winning, critically acclaimed company that's revolutionizing radio with 100 channels of music, news, sports, and talk radio beamed directly to your car. As DirecTV customers, you've already experienced the advantages of satellite-delivered entertainment, the tremendous selection of programming, easy-to-use technology, and of course, the clear digital signal. With XM, you can count on one more: mobility. XM brings all the advantages of satellite television to your car radio. So whether you're commuting to work, taking a long cross-country road trip, or just on the way to the store, you'll have an incredible array of entertainment choices at your fingertips, all for just $9.99 a month.
I was riding with a friend last year, and I said it's really a shame that they don't have a good private service where I could pay for good music. And he said, well, there is such a thing. My friend has it. And I was really surprised, and I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, there's a new satellite radio service.
I've always wanted a product like this. Being a person that's on the road constantly, we needed something that would have more music and less talk.
As soon as it was available, I bought it and been really happy with it.
When you go to a different town, sometimes you have trouble finding the radio stations. Like we went to Seattle and we rented a car, and it was like, when you take this car, no matter where we go, there's a familiarity of like what channels, what kind of music you want to listen to, and it's not like you're searching for something and not knowing anymore.
From the moment I read about it, I said, I want that.
Best thing about XM is the availability of many stations with absolutely no static all over the country for only $10 a month.
I definitely do not notice that I spend $10 a month on my XM radio. And what I get for that is I'm in control of the music that I want to listen to.
So join me for a brief XM tour, a test drive, and you'll learn how XM works and see how we deliver 100 channels of amazing radio. You'll meet some of the people behind the programming and find out how we create XM's superior signature sound. And you'll also get to hear from some of the most important people at XM, our listeners, XM subscribers who have already joined the radio revolution. Plus, you'll want to stay tuned for details on a special offer that will save you $50 on an XM system.
Across the country, people everywhere are tuning into a revolutionary new kind of radio that delivers more choice, better sound, and coast-to-coast coverage. Introducing XM Satellite Radio. Part rocket science, part rock and roll, XM brings 100 channels of music, news, sports, and entertainment to your car or home for just $9.99 a month. It's easy to get XM, and you don't even have to replace your radio. XM adapters start at $200 without antenna, and DirecTV customers can save $50 by calling our toll-free number. XM has it all, from programming you already know and love to an extraordinary range of original channels you can't hear anywhere else. XM will do for your car what DirecTV did for your home, putting 71 channels of music, 12 channels of news, 5 channels of sports, and 12 channels of talk and information at your fingertips, including more than 30 commercial-free channels. So join the radio revolution. Call 1-800-XM-RADIO to save $50 on an XM system at a store near you.
At XM, we are committed to creating radio unlike anything you've ever heard before. Whether you love rock or dance music, country or world, Latin, classical, jazz or urban, we've got it. Everything from bebop to hip-hop. Plus a variety of news, talk, and sports.
If you're in the mood for classic rock, it just plays classic rock for as long as you want to listen to it. And if you want to listen to modern rock, same thing, or jazz, or whatever music you want.
When I got into XM, that's changed my mind about music.
There really is. There always is a station for me to check out. I can always find something that I like to listen to.
Anything that you want is there. The news, the music, all kinds of music.
I listen to Frank's Place.
Frank's Place is great.
They play like Frank Sinatra, they play Bobby Darin, they play old Dean Martin. Then there's, I think it's called The Joint.
Greetings and maximum respect. I'm Native Wayne, Program Director of The Joint, XM 101. XM Satellite Radio's 24/7 nationwide reggae station. For the first time, reggae is nationwide 24/7. The Joint is one of 6 world channels in the world neighborhood at XM, and we have music from all around the world. The motto of the station is, come on in, the water's great. We're taking you on a trip to Jamaica from which you may never want to return.
World Zone, you have a kind of a world beat fix. My wife puts on Radio Disney for my son, my 4-year-old. He likes that.
If I have kids in the car, go straight to Radio Disney.
I like Radio Disney also because of their awesome songs.
There's the XM Kids channel, and then there's the Disney Kids channel.
XM Kids it really runs the gamut as far as musical styles go. I mean, kids have a wonderful open mind when it comes to what they want to hear. The beauty of XM is that we have 1.5 million titles in our database, and so we can mix up traditional kid songs, songs from Disney movies, songs from TV show soundtracks, even some contemporary hit radio selections with this wealth of material. I think parents really appreciate an opportunity to really enjoy something with their kids.
We're playing music and creating unique channels you can't hear anywhere else. Channels like Channel 52, XM Unsigned, featuring music by musicians who don't have record deals. Or Channel 167, Babylon.
Babylon is a perfect example of XM's diversity. It's the 14 to 24-year-old finally able to speak up and be heard. Whether it's thongs or racism, they have a point of view, and finally this is somewhere where they can voice it. Babylon 167, free speech for the free-spirited.
One of the first things you'll notice when you turn on an XM radio is the sound. Not only what you hear, crisp, clear digital audio, but what you don't hear, no static, no fading. Popular Science said that the overall sound quality was superb, and most people in cars could easily mistake satellite radio for CD. And our listeners agree.
I think that the sound quality of XM radio is incredible. You can be out in the middle of nowhere and pulling crystal CD quality digital music of every type of genre, type of music you like.
Sound quality is excellent. It really is. It's the same as when I put a CD in the car.
On some of my favorite channels, I can't tell the difference between a CD and the XM radio.
I compare it to CD quality. The sound quality is great. People get into the car and it tells you the name of the channel, and then it tells you the name of the band that's playing, and everyone always thinks it's a CD, but it's not.
Radio technology hasn't changed much since the invention of FM in the 1940s. So XM designed and built its own state-of-the-art delivery system, entirely digital, from our broadcast center and its 80-plus studios to our satellites overhead to your radio. XM sounds the way you always hoped radio would sound, rich, full, and clear. Our 2 satellites, which we affectionately call Rock and Roll, cover the entire country, border to border and coast to coast. XM's 100 channels are available everywhere, in all kinds of weather, on country roads and city streets. And reviewers agree, saying the system performed flawlessly, and calling XM the biggest leap forward in radio technology in decades.
The question I get asked all the time is, what about if there's clouds, or what about if there's rain? And there's absolutely no interference whatsoever.
The signal is excellent. You don't have to worry about fading out or losing the signal.
I've traveled to some very remote parts of the country, including the mountains of Colorado, and gotten an excellent signal every place I've been.
The coverage on this thing is incredible.
Driving around, no matter where I'm at, the signal's always exactly the same.
It's easy to add XM radio to any car, and you don't even have to replace your existing radio. With an XM receiver and a small antenna, you'll be able to receive all 100 XM channels for just $9.99 a month. Plus, you'll still be able to listen to all your favorite AM and FM stations. Pioneer and Alpine both make universal receivers that can be added to any radio to make it XM capable. And Sony makes an XM receiver that can be used in the car or at home. With an optional accessory kit, you can easily move the receiver from your car to your living room and back again. If you prefer to upgrade your entire radio, both Pioneer and Alpine offer a full line of AM, FM, XM capable in-dash receivers. XM systems are available at electronics stores and car audio retailers across the country.
The latest equipment they had out from Alpine, they told me that it was available for satellite radio, and listened to a demo of it and decided to get it, and I've been very happy with it ever since.
I got the Pioneer unit, and I've had it for about 5 months right now.
I bought the Sony Transportable. This comes out of the car during the day, and I have a radio at work that's got it wired in as well, and I throw this in, and I can crank it all day and keep everybody happy, because there's something for everybody in it.
My wife loves talk. I love music. That's why I wish I had another one, so I can have one for my vehicle and one for her at home so she can really enjoy it.
On this display screen, they tell you who is singing and what the title of the song is.
The programming is so extensive that if you just roll through the dial, it would take you forever. So it's nice to have the presets that you can pick out those 5 or 10 stations that you really love, and with a flick of the finger, you've got those stations.
Across the country, people everywhere are tuning into a revolutionary new kind of radio that delivers more choice, better sound, and coast-to-coast coverage. Introducing XM Satellite Radio. Part rocket science, part rock and roll, XM brings 100 channels of music, news, sports, and entertainment to your car or home for just $9.99 a month. It's easy to get XM, and you don't even have to replace your radio. XM adapters start at $200 without antenna, and DirecTV customers can save $50 by calling our toll-free number. XM has it all, from programming you already know and love to an extraordinary range of original channels you can't hear anywhere else. XM will do for your car what DirecTV did for your home, putting 71 channels of music, 12 channels of news, 5 channels of sports, and 12 channels of talk and information at your fingertips, including more than 30 commercial-free channels. So join the radio revolution. Call 1-800-XM-RADIO to save $50 on an XM system at a store near you.
The heart of the radio revolution is XM's amazing programming. 71 channels covering every genre of music, plus 29 channels that deliver a full range of sports, an unparalleled selection of news, and some of the best entertainment and talk radio available anywhere. Many of our channels are completely commercial-free, and those that do carry commercials carry far fewer than you'll find on your typical AM or FM station. You can sample many of our channels on our website, www.xmradio.com.
Hi, I'm Martin Goldsmith, Director of Classical Music here at XM Satellite Radio. No commercials on any of our classical music channels, nothing but the greatest music of the last 1,000 years. One of the marvelous things about classical music, one of the unique things about classical music, is that there are pieces that take a long time to develop. All of those long-form classical music pieces you will find here on XM Satellite Radio, on XM Classics, and on XM Vox, where we present 3 complete opera broadcasts every day. We believe in presenting classical music with passion and integrity at XM Satellite Radio.
The variety channels is great because I can listen to pop music 1 minute, and then if I want to listen to reggae or news or sports, I mean, there's always something on.
Each channel that they have is really well thought out.
There's a lot of channels. There's something for everybody. There's comedy, there's news. Pretty much any kind of music you could want to listen to is available.
XM's programming lineup is organized by genre into neighborhoods, groups of channels that make it easier to find what you're looking for. XM's neighborhoods cover every style of music with at least 1 channel, and many neighborhoods offer multiple channels.
One of the things I always tell my friends about XM Radio is, when you think about a particular music category, let's say blues and jazz, on XM Radio, there's not just 1 blues and jazz channel. There are 5 different blues and jazz channels, each one with a different style.
I love jazz. They have a nice selection of jazz, old jazz, new jazz.
Before I got XM, I never really listened to jazz. Although I liked it, I never had any CDs. Now I find myself listening to jazz probably 30% of the time.
In the jazz neighborhood of XM Satellite Radio, we cover the gamut from traditional jazz all the way to Latin jazz. With jazz, our fans are, well, fanatics, and they like to hear the music and just be involved completely in the music without interruption. And that's why we don't have commercials on Watercolors, our contemporary jazz channel, or Luna, our Latin jazz channel, or Real Jazz, XM70, that's our traditional jazz channel. We let the music flow, and we as personalities, we pop in every now and then to let you know just what you're listening to or give you some important information about the artists, and then we let it go again. So it's a nice flow to be able to listen to your favorite music without commercials.
We listened to gospel this morning, we listened to reggae, we listened to classics, we listened to everything.
The variety is excellent. I can listen to music, I can listen to sports.
I love the comedy channels. That's the neatest thing ever.
I love the comedy channels because, you know, at the end of the day, if you've got to drive home and you're feeling a little tired, you feel like being uplifted and laughing. You put it on the comedy channel, and you're guaranteed to find a comedian that's going to have something that's pretty funny.
I'm Mark Perreno. I program the comedy channel, so the neighborhood we call the comedy neighborhood. Oh, it's quite a little hood. We got 150, the unedited, uncensored comedy channel. It's unbelievable. Every old weird album from like Eddie Murphy and Chris Rock and stuff you never got a chance to ever hear on the radio before we get to play. And then we have Laugh USA, which is for the family, which is like Bob Newhart and Bill Cosby, and it's clean, it's safe, it's mom and dad and Nana in the car with the kids on long trips. You can listen to it. And then there's in the comedy neighborhood Extreme 152, which is like a morning duo thing from all across the country. All the weird morning duo guys are in there. So it's quite a little zany little neighborhood.
Every XM channel is unique and distinctive, more like a familiar place you want to visit than a station you listen to. XM's state-of-the-art facility has more than 80 studios, staffed with an award-winning crew of 200 program and music directors and on-air personalities.
Each channel has a set of DJs. Each DJ is an expert in their type of music, so when you're on that channel, you're always pleased. You can tell the DJ is very knowledgeable and the music is very appropriate for the channel.
There's just enough interaction with some of the DJs to kind of introduce the music and bring it together and kind of make you feel like somebody else is there.
I think the DJs have a great personality. Bluesville, for example, mayor of Bluesville. I've spoken to him a few times. He can make some requests.
On Bluesville, there's like a new discovery just about every day.
Hi, I'm Bubba Jackson, music director of Bluesville. To describe Bluesville, it's very simple. It's all blues, all day, all night long, coast to coast, 24/7. That's blues. When you tune in to Bluesville, exit 74 on the XM Highway, you're going to be hearing music from Robert Johnson to the Rolling Stones, Muddy Waters, and a lot of the new groups out there. Some people say, well, you know, blues is sad. Come to Bluesville. We'll straighten you out. And when we do this, you'll walk away feeling like, you know, I've got to get a little bit more blues to make my day just the way I want it.
And with a digital audio library of more than 1.5 million songs, XM programmers are committed to making radio like you've never heard it before.
What I find unique about the programming is there's so much variety available to you at any given point in time. So no matter what mood you're in, you certainly have access to that type of music.
I've been listening to more of different types of music now because of it, because it's a little more available. Like I've been listening to a lot more country because they got the cool old honky-tonk.
I'm the Catfish on Hank's Place, XM13. We're the honky-tonk that never closes. 24 hours a day, ice-cold beer, and genuine country music. We don't play that sissy stuff. We play the real thing. Hank Williams, Lefty Frizzell. So if you like genuine country music, you're going to like Hank's. XM12 is cross country, where you'll find a lot of the newer kinds of country. Of course, XM13 is Hank's Place, XM14, Bluegrass Junction, and XM15 is Highway 15, where it's the latest in country. And 4 of the 6 are commercial-free.
XM's staff also works hand-in-hand with members of our ever-growing artist family, legends like Quincy Jones and Wynton Marsalis, who help us create one-of-a-kind special events and programs.
They've pretty much got a channel that covers everything, from early classical music all the way to new age techno to urban beats.
I'm a big rap fan, so channel 66 I believe is Raw. I listen to that a lot. 65 I think is The Rhyme.
I'm Lisa from The Rhyme. You can catch me every day 3 to 7 Eastern. The Rhyme, it's hip hop from day one. It's all that good classic hip hop. I'm talking early Ice Cube, LL Cool J, Run DMC, Curtis Blow. It goes on and on and on. You just need to get XM so you can experience The Rhyme, 65. We have a new hip-hop channel. It's called Raw. It's all uncut. They play all the versions like you would hear them on the CD, but then they also play like a lot of stuff that you would never hear. Now, if you're feeling like you want to do the little neo-soul thing, the new R&B, like the Jill Scotts and music, a little Outkast thrown in there with some Mos Def, that's the Flow, XM61. We got you covered on the urban set. Now we can take you all the way back with the classic R&B on the Groove, XM64. And then of course you got to show respect to the people that really got it started. I'm talking like James Brown, Etta James, Aretha Franklin. Do I have to keep going back? Wilson Pickett, Al Green. Yo, That's Soul Street, XM60. They get down over there. And then, of course, you know, you can get your praise on with The Spirit, and then we'll take you uptown with BT Uptown. I mean, if you're looking for urban satisfaction, we got it. You just got to get that XM.
Across the country, people everywhere are tuning into a revolutionary new kind of radio that delivers more choice, better sound, and coast-to-coast coverage. Introducing XM Satellite Radio. Part rocket science, part rock and roll, XM brings 100 channels of music, news, sports, and entertainment to your car or home for just $9.99 a month. It's easy to get XM, and you don't even have to replace your radio. XM adapters start at $200 without antenna, and DirecTV customers can save $50 by calling our toll-free number. XM has it all, from programming you already know and love to an extraordinary range of original channels you can't hear anywhere else. XM will do for your car what DirecTV did for your home, putting 71 channels of music, 12 channels of news, 5 channels of sports, and 12 channels of talk and information at your fingertips, including more than 30 commercial-free channels. So join the radio revolution. Call 1-800-XM-RADIO to save $50 on an XM system at a store near you.
I think they've got a lot of good selection on the XM. As I said before, there's a lot of channels. There's something for everybody. There's comedy, there's news. Pretty much any kind of music you could want to listen to is available.
Somebody gets in my car, and the first question I ask anybody who gets in my car is, what is your favorite type of music? And they can name anything, and I put on a channel and they're blown away.
The variety channels is great because I can listen to pop music 1 minute, and then if I want to listen to reggae or news or sports, I mean, there's always something on.
My favorite channels are the 80s channel, 20 on 20, CNBC, Headline News, and Bloomberg.
Fine Tuning is an incredible channel which has a whole spectrum of music from classical to rock to whatever, and they play them next to each other and it works.
I usually keep it on XMU.
XMU is in the rock neighborhood. I would probably say because we're rockin', but that's not technically the reason. It's because we're trying to redefine what people look at alternative music as being. We play 7 different genres of new music, whether it's underground hip-hop or electronic or like indie rock. All of the genres of music that are new, we play at XMU.
Occasionally I'll go to Fred.
Favorite channel by far, program set number 1 is Fred 44. It plays the best music. It reminds me of going back in the 80s, all the electropop and all the alternative music. A lot of the stuff that commercial radio won't even play, you can find it on Fred 44, and it's commercial free.
Fred, who is in our rock neighborhood, channel 44, as you're perusing your XM satellite radio dial, they're like the definitive history of alternative music. They're like what alternative was in the late 80s. We're just getting back to that only in, the year 2002.
I listen to 41 and 42 quite a bit. That's a little harder metal, harder rock. I'll tune into channel 42 and hear some of the stuff that I really never would have listened to before, but I like it a lot.
I'm Eddie Webb, programmer I call myself the head pit bouncer for XM Liquid Metal. And it's a new rock, new heavy metal, whatever label you want to call it. If you tune in, it's going to melt your speakers. Liquid Metal, of course, is in the rock neighborhood, which is a very loud neighborhood. And there's a total of 10 different choices alone. Let's start with Unsigned. I mean, that's, to me, where it all begins. This is an entire channel of music I guarantee you've never heard before. The Boneyard, XM41, and that's where you'll find that stadium rock and raise your fist and drink your beers or do whatever. And then deep tracks. So, I mean, if you're a rock fan, we've got something for you.
Hi, I'm George Taylor Morris. I'm the program director of Deep Tracks, XM40, the deep album rock channel. This is where we play careers, not just songs. Deep Tracks is a unique neighborhood because we really get to play deep into albums. When you bought an album, you didn't just play the one song that was the hit. You usually found a lot of other things that came together, and the artists always put albums together so that they track from one place to another. But there are people who really just like to hear those hits over and over again, and we have Top Tracks, which is on XM46 to really take care of that. That would be your Layla next to Sweet Home Alabama next to Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. So there really is, in the XM rock neighborhood, when it comes to deep album rock and just regular album rock, 2 places to get your fill of what's really great in rock and roll.
While most of XM's channels are produced in-house, we're also proud to bring you some of the best news, entertainment, and talk programming from names you know, including channels from many of the networks that you enjoy with your DirecTV service. Our remarkable range of news channels includes CNN Headline News, Fox News, C-SPAN and the BBC, business news from CNBC, Bloomberg, and CNN-FM, plus CNET Radio and the Weather Channel, as well as an exclusive USA Today channel. Music channels from MTV, VH1, and BET, plus Radio Disney, Discovery Radio, E! And ABC News and Talk.
I got XM Radio because I wanted access to the financial information that it offers, particularly in the morning, CNBC, CNN, FN, and Headline News.
CNBC, I can listen to how the stock market's doing. I love ESPN Radio, the Fox Sports, great call-in shows with no commercials, and that's what I love.
As far as sports talk, I believe 140, 141, 142 are a couple of the sports talk radio stations that I listen to quite a bit.
We've also got world-class sports with ESPN Radio, Fox Sports Radio, and Sporting News Radio, as well as another XM exclusive, NASCAR Radio.
They even have a channel for like NASCAR. That kind of shocked me. That's pretty good.
XM Satellite Radio and NASCAR got into a partnership and decided, let's have a channel that's totally devoted to the NASCAR fan. So what we did was we put together a channel that essentially has every aspect of the sport that fans want. Now, if you want the races, every one of them is on XM 144. We are the exclusive satellite radio service of NASCAR, which means that only XM Satellite Radio can carry all the races. We find that it's a great way to serve the fans, and I think it serves the sport too because it gets drivers closer to their fans. It's an interactive, almost a reciprocal relationship between fans, drivers, and of course the sport itself.
Across the country, people everywhere are tuning into a revolutionary new kind of radio that delivers more choice, better sound, and coast-to-coast coverage. Introducing XM Satellite Radio. Part rocket science, part rock and roll, XM brings 100 channels of music, news, sports, and entertainment to your car or home for just $9.99 a month. It's easy to get XM, and you don't even have to replace your radio. XM adapters start at $200 without antenna, and DirecTV customers can save $50 by calling our toll-free number. XM has it all, from programming you already know and love to an extraordinary range of original channels you can't hear anywhere else. XM will do for your car what DirecTV did for your home, putting 71 channels of music, 12 channels of news, 5 channels of sports, and 12 channels of talk and information at your fingertips, including more than 30 commercial-free channels. So join the radio revolution. Call 1-800-XM-RADIO to save $50 on an XM system at a store near you.
In 1923, this radio was state-of-the-art. Today, we're on the threshold of a new generation of radio, beyond AM and beyond FM. Radio that will transform your drive time and will do for your car what DirecTV did for your living room. So take advantage of our special offer and call our toll-free number to save $50 on an XM system. Join the radio revolution and hear why we call it Radio to the Power of X.
With XM Radio, it's more like I'm in my living room because I have entertainment and being in the car at any time is an entertaining experience, an enjoyable experience.
This is a fantastic product. It's ahead of its time right now, and I believe everyone should have one of these.
I like having the XM radio. I'd highly recommend it to anybody.
Dude, you don't even need to hear it. Just get it.
For what you get, for how much you're paying, it's a deal you can't beat.
If you get one, you really enjoy it.
I couldn't imagine living my life without XM anymore.
I really recommend if you know someone with XM Radio, get them to demonstrate it to you, or stop in a store, do what I did, go in, just have them flip through some channels, let you play with the controls, you find the music you want, and you'll be sold in minutes. I mean, you'll realize it's something you're going to have for your car.